Greetings, writers. Today we're going to look at using transition words to signal details for your reader, and those details are going to be the reasons why you support your opinion. So I want to draw your attention in your writer's notebooks. You will see an opinion writing resources type folder. In here I have sentence starters to state your opinion, like in my opinion, the movie Up is the greatest Pixar movie. I think that Pikachu is the best Pokemon of all time. I feel that the music in Frozen is the best of all the Disney musical movies. Those type of sentence starters. You're also going to find this transition when providing reasons. And we're going to look at this with my writing piece on using transition words to signal details. So I've created this graphic organizer here to state my opinion and give 3 reasons why. And I'm stating an opinion on of which of the Star Wars movies are the best of all the Star Wars movies in the franchise. And of course, I'm going to go with my favorite movie of all time, Empire Strikes Back. One thing to just remind you that you can do with Microsoft um, products, in this case the OneNote, is if you wanted to create a graphic organizer for yourself, you could just go to Insert Table, and this is your table here. So you could make a 2 by whatever, a 1 by, these different boxes that are turning gray, or what that table would look like when you hit and click insert there. So that's just again to show you that. I don't always provide you graphic organizers in your OneNote books, but you can feel free to use these organizers just like this by going to insert table, draw your size to create a table to help you do your work, to help you organize your thinking in both reading and writing. So it's just a tool that you can use. You can create one like mine that's just simple, my opinion and my 3 reasons why, whichever one you feel that you want to do. Something to think about. It's not a requirement, but something that definitely help you stay on track. So my opinion is I think The Empire Strikes Back is the best movie. My reasons are it features 2 of the best battles in Hoth and Cloud City. You could even argue the space battles with the Millennium Falcon are also pretty solid when they go through the asteroid field if you haven't seen the movie. Reason 2, many of the historical lines from the Star Wars trilogy originated in Empire Strikes Back. No, I am your father. Do or do not, there is no try. I love you, I know. I'd just as soon as kiss a Wookiee. And 3, the resolution was a cliffhanger, made me want more Star Wars. Always. So here's what I did. I took this and I put this. Some of you are in the step where we did this together, or maybe you did this naturally and now you're putting it into a paragraph. So let's look at my paragraph. I believe that Star Wars Empire Strikes Back is the best movie in the Star Wars franchise. It features 2 of the best battles. The Battle of Hoth featured a snowy ice world with titanic AT-AT walkers, and the Battle of Cloud City showed the viewer the long anticipated Darth Vader and Luke Skywalker lightsaber battle. If you notice, I elaborated. I didn't just copy it features 2 of the best battles. I elaborated on that reason with some detail. And I'll show you what I mean. Let's look at that. Let's highlight that. So the battle, it features 2 of the best battles. That is my reason. So I'll highlight that in yellow. And then this stuff right here from the Battle of Hoth and the Titanic AT-ATs to the Luke Skywalker Darth Vader battle here in green, that was my elaboration. That's fine. Keep your elaboration related to your detail. Try to keep your opinion writing reason 1, elaboration for reason 1. Reason 2, elaboration for reason 2. Reason 3, elaboration for reason 3. Many of the iconic lines from the franchise originated from Empire Strikes Back. These include "No, I am your father" and "Do or do not, there is no try." So again, looking at reason 2, I said that the historical lines originated from Empire Strikes Back. That would be reason 2. So I'll put that in yellow since that's a reason. And then all of the dialogue from those historical lines were my elaboration. And then the last one is I have the resolution of Empire Strikes Back was a cliffhanger that made me crave more Star Wars movies. Maybe I should look at elaborating it. That's my reason, right? So I'm going to highlight that in yellow. So what can I say about the ending that would help support that opinion? I would say that at the end of this story, I was wondering how Vader and Luke would move forward knowing they are family. And if you don't know the story, I don't want to spoil too much for you, but just know that Luke has to make a decision of how he's going to confront his dad because he's now his dad and not this enemy who he thought was the guy who killed his father. This is great. This is dandy. This is exactly what I would be looking for in a lot of your opinion essays. But the way to strengthen this and the challenge I have for you, because I know you're solid writers and you guys can go a long way and I could push you really, really hard, is to think about these transition words. And this is a very simple process. Adding these phrases into your details methodically and precisely, I should say, will make you sound like a very fluid and articulate writer. And it helps the reader understand that those are your reasons why you support that opinion. If you look at that very first one on the right, another reason signals to my brain, this is a reason why they like this. This is a reason why they feel this way. So let's look at it. So this is my very first one. It features two of the best battles. What could I use here? To start, to begin with, first, all of those would work. So I'm going to just keep it simple. I'm going to say first, comma, because this is a transition phrase. You should put a comma after it. First, that makes me stop and take a breath. It features two of the best battles. The Battle of Hoth featured a snowy ice world with titanic AT-AT walkers, and the Battle of Cloud City showed the viewer the long-anticipated Darth Vader versus Luke Skywalker battle. All right, here's my next reason. Many of the iconic lines from the franchise originated from Empire Strikes Back. So which one of these word phrases could I use? Well, I would say that's not the most important one for me. I would say the most important one for me probably would be that wanting me to crave more Star Wars. It could be my second reason. That's fine. Next could be a good word. I love another reason for some reason. I love another reason. So I'm going to put another reason in here. Another reason, comma. Excuse the fact that that is highlighted green. So let's circle back and see how this reads here now that I have two transition words into my solid paragraph about my opinion about Empire Strikes Back. I believe that Star Wars Empire Strikes Back is the best movie in the Star Wars franchise. First, it features two of the best battles. The Battle of Hoth featured a snowy ice world with titanic AT-AT walkers. And the Battle of Cloud City showed the viewer the long-anticipated Darth Vader versus Luke Skywalker battle. Another reason many of the iconic lines from the franchise originated from Empire Strikes Back. These include, "No, I am your father," and "Do or do not, there is no try." So this is my last one here, my last detail. I'm going to end this with most importantly, or one last reason. I'm going to go with most importantly. Most importantly, because this to me was my like big one. After watching the end of that movie, fell in love with Star Wars and decided right then and there that I was going to be a lifelong fan. Most importantly, the resolution of Empire Strikes Back was a cliffhanger that made me crave more Star Wars movies. I was wondering how Luke and Vader will move forward knowing they are family. So these little bit of small transitional words go a long way. Now, it sounds silly to do this, but I'm telling you, it kind of gives that logical sequence to your argument. And it helps that reader identify. Think about when you're reading something for main idea or to gain information. You look for these transition words. They help signal your brain what to do. So that is what I want you to focus on today. Um, go back into something you've already written and clean it up, or continue to write on something new and add some of these details. I suggest maybe really thinking about using an organizer like this. And then here you have your signals to tell when I could put in these words. This transition word will be in your opinion resource writing folder part or tab in your opinion tab, writing and tab in unit 3. All right, writers, get to work. Here we go. Do or do not. There is no try.